I want to watch this video. I want to watch how to survive every apex predator. Might need to know that one day.
And slowly work our way towards the most
Might need to know this one day, so we need to learn this, chat.
Eagles. There has only been one eagle attack on a human in recent history, but one is
poking in the eyes.
Many, so we simply can't risk it. Obviously, as of right now, you wouldn't stand a chance against any apex predator. But by the end of this video, you will have the knowledge to not only defend yourself, but also come out victorious every single time. After all, knowing is half the battle, and the other half is pure luck. Let's begin. You have entered a 1v1 against an eagle. Now, assuming you're not a small child or a little person, you won't have to worry about being carried away to its nest. First off, you will need to cover your head and face, as eagles are known to only attack this area. So use your shirt, backpack, or whatever you have to shield this weak spot.
Put 'em up.
Eyes, as you will be gambling them for a chance to see when the eagle approaches. As it sweeps down to attack, cover up, as it will more than likely impale you with its 4-inch talons, falling right into your trap. This will be your chance to grab a hold of it, tightly securing its body with one hand and its head and beak with the other. Now, of course, whether you follow up the
squeeze it to death.
The slam is totally up to
Damn.
You. Number 16, leopard. Yeah, I had no idea these blobs were apex predators either.
Hell yeah. I only know that because of Happy Feet.
With one of them being fatal. And I personally will not allow you to become one of those statistics. You're swimming in the Antarctic Ocean and a leopard seal has locked onto you.
The Arctic Ocean gonna kill you. Why the fish shit in the water?
As you must be ready to counter its attacks. Luckily, the seal is only capable of memorizing too. Depending on what the seal is seeing will determine which attack it chooses. First, you must know which of these two body types you currently have. If you're built like Figure 1, you can expect the bite and thrash attack. If you resemble Shape 2, the seal will attempt the bite and drag attack, taking you deeper into the ocean to drown you. Now for the counter. You will begin by gouging the seal's eyes with both hands, as well as punching its snout with everything and anything you have. And once the seal sees that you're not worth the trouble, it will surely let go, allowing you to escape and swim to land. Obviously, once you're both on land, you've pretty much secured the win, since the seal's mobility is greatly compromised.
You're gonna die from drowning before you do that. You're gonna take too much energy. There you go.
Number 15.
Bag shots you meant to say.
Now, surprisingly, this is the only apex predator on the list where you will have the option of simply walking away from the fight. But I know how it is. Sometimes our egos get the best of us, and we end up taking the fight anyway. There are only a few snakes in the world that are classified as apex predators and have also attacked humans. But don't worry, I'll be teaching you how to defeat them all. Let's start with the python.
How to beat them all, snake fighter.
I might as well show you how to take out the largest one of them all.
King Cobra.
Python. This snake can reach a maximum weight of around 374 pounds and grow over 23 feet in length.
Ain't no
if
way.
those stats make you nervous, stop embarrassing yourself.
I'm sorry.
After all, are you really going to lose a fight to a girl?
No.
Since male pythons only grow to about half that size and are hardly even worth the battle. Let's begin. You've decided to stand your ground against a python. Now, the first thing you must do is keep the fight standing. This is very important for two reasons. One, it will prevent the snake from getting leverage and constricting at full strength. And two, it will prevent the spectators from booing. It will only be a matter of time before the snake gets a hold of you. So you must control its head while using your other hand to grab its tail and begin unwrapping it from your body. By this point, you will be covered
so off the rip.
So sliding him off shouldn't be an issue. Once you're free,
so off the rip is going. It's for sure. What you saying is for sure going to get itself around me though.
Won the fight. If it chooses to return for more punishment, repeat step 1.
Can we not choke it out?
Giant otters.
Don't even got.
Pick it up, body slam it. Number 13,
there you go.
Hyenas. In Africa, hyenas are known to attack humans that sleep outside during the hot summer months. And I will do whatever it takes to make sure you could do that safely. But okay, let's begin. You have just been woken up in the middle of the night by the sound of a crunch. That crunch was your leg, but that doesn't matter now. You have entered a street fight. And whether you live or get shredded to pieces depends entirely on how well you can memorize the following information. Thankfully, you were abruptly woken up from your sleep. So remembering this life or death advice shouldn't be a problem.
Come on,
first,
where you at?
You must remain completely calm.
Nigga, we still have sleep fighting.
And whatever you do, never give your back to the hyena. Now, the reason you must do this is
they're gonna bite you in the ass.
Prey, so try your absolute best to look like a predator. But if that doesn't come naturally, just mirror whatever the hyena does. If it takes a step toward you, take a step toward the hyena. If the hyena lets out a cackle, let out a cackle as well.
Hmm.
Eventually, the hyena will see that you're not worth the trouble
This nigga's
and it will
crazy.
run away, leaving you with an easy win and minimal damage. Now, of course, some hyenas, like the spotted hyena, attack in clans with numbers as high as 100. But this video only covers how to fight 1v1s, so you'll have to figure that one out yourself. Number 12, orcas. You may not know this, but orcas are some of the easiest apex predators to defeat in the wild.
Hell nah,
Let me
it's over
explain
with.
how these fights typically go.
A whale shark?
Day swimming in the open ocean.
Over with.
But unbeknownst to you, you have just entered a fight with an orca. As the killer whale breaches the water all around you,
They so adorable
you just
though.
have to do what comes naturally, which is breaking out into a complete panic. And before you know it, the fight is over. We really are a lot scarier and more intimidating than
I just realized the
now,
little Teletubby baby up there.
This fight takes place in an unsanctioned cage fight, like the ones you see at SeaWorld. The odds of winning are pretty much non-existent. After all, us humans perform best in street fights, where there are no rules. Number 11, Komodo dragons. Since 1974, there have been 24 Komodo dragon attacks on humans, including 5 fatalities. But today,
why like he's wearing jeans?
Into that once and for all. Let's begin. A Komodo dragon just made the worst decision of its life. It chose to start a fight
big
with
dog.
you. Lucky for you, you were prepared thanks to this video.
I used to love Komodo
now,
dragons.
In a rare case where a Komodo dragon catches you on a bad day, where you're just not in the
I still
mood
do
for
like
a fight, you can simply sprint your way to a victory.
Then
Since
again,
they have terrible stamina and can only reach a pathetic speed of 13 miles per hour. The average human can sprint around 14 miles per hour, so expect to dust him by at least a couple of feet.
I think that on your ass.
I think I do. I know that you would never turn down a fight with a Komodo.
Good thing I ain't the average human.
So let's begin. First, you must beware of the Komodo dragon's bite. If this attack lands, it will one-shot you, since it's highly venomous. Next, you'll exploit the lizard's terrible mobility by running away from its charge attack in random zigzag patterns. You will repeat this counter until the lizard's stamina is completely drained. You will know
you gotta have the Naruto on.
Turns around and quits. This will be your chance to get creative and chain together whatever
there you go.
desire, winning the fight by whatever you want. Number 10, king cobras. King cobras kill around 5 people per year, and you will not be one of them. Now, similar to the python,
bitch niggas that
the
you meant to say.
in the fight is totally up to you, since the rare option of simply walking away is available.
What is this picture back here? Is this racism? The hell?
But I don't blame you if you want to teach the snake a lesson it will never forget. This fight always begins when you unexpectedly corner a king cobra, locking you into the 1v1. The first thing you must do is stay calm, remain as still as possible, and back away slowly to give yourself some space. Any fast movements here could initiate a strike, which again would one-shot you. Now, if you're Indian, you can simply pick up the snake and place it down in a more favorable location. But once you and the snake are in an open area, you've pretty much won the fight, since the snake will take every opportunity it can to run away. Number 9, jaguars. Real quick,
you fuck. That's my favorite animal right there.
This fight. Let me get you out of the way.
Look at the fatalities. That's my goat. That's my goat. That's my goat right here. Oh, hold on. That's my goat.
Quick for the.
It's my goat. Look at the fatality. Attacks many. Fatal over 22. Overly apex. Overly.
The two of you out there that prefer to avoid this fight,
goat.
let me get you out of the way first. You've just stumbled across a
There's nothing you can do here. All he finna do is just troll. He ain't finna tell you nothing meaningful. There's nothing you can do against this beast.
Challenge. Thankfully, we mastered this skill a long time ago, so this shouldn't be an issue. Next, you must back away very slowly without ever turning your back on the cat, as any fast movements here can trigger the jaguar's predator.
You never supposed to turn your back on a cat. Even though a house cat, you're not supposed to turn your back. They gonna take every opportunity to attack your dumb ass. Don't do it.
Instinct. If you did all of that correctly, your odds of surviving the encounter should be decent. Now, with those two
now my nigga hungry. Now my nigga bloodless. He had a bad day. He gonna be on your ass regardless.
So let the mental warfare begin. First, you must make yourself look as big as possible, lifting your shirt, backpack, child, or whatever other disposable items you may have. Next, begin to shout at the cat in a stern voice. This should intimidate the cat. In the rare instance that the cat chooses to attack, you must stand your ground and protect your head at all costs, as it will attempt to crush your skull. In many
Yeah, it
instances,
will.
if the jaguar's initial bite fails, the odds of it fleeing are very high. But if it does manage to latch onto you, you must punch and elbow the cat's
It's
eyes
nothing
and
you can
snout
do.
with all of your power
There's nothing
to
you can
convince
do.
the
It won't
cat that
hurt.
you're not to be messed with.
He's a whole
Remember,
different other type
others
of
have successfully
being on
backed
this
down a
planet.
jaguar attack, so you can too. And before you know it, you will be the one standing in the jungle covered in the cat's blood and asking for more. Number 8, mountain lions. In North America, there have
Easy.
been around 30 fatal mountain lion attacks since 1868. Mountain lions are ambush predators, but there are many videos here on YouTube where they change their play style and instigate
Mountain lions
fights
should be
with humans
around
head-on.
humans
And
more.
that's the style of fight we will be focusing on. Now, the most common mistake people make when they
Just yell
encounter
at
an
it.
aggressive mountain lion
Yeah, swing at
is
it.
believing that they are in any real danger to begin with, since the 1v1 was against their dog. Now, assuming you're alone, the fight has become much easier. First, you must never break eye contact with the cat. Run away, crouch down, or turn your back to the animal. But once you're dialed in, let the mental warfare begin. Start by yelling at it. Next, lift your shirt over your head and appear larger. And lastly, swing your arms wildly to show off your insanity.
That's what they do on YouTube. Just yell at it and just swing at it.
In the rare chance that this doesn't work, you will have to initiate plan 2, which is walking the entire trail backwards as the cat continuously charges at you, in the hopes that you will trip and fall. But this next step is crucial if you want to win. Quickly grab a rock from the floor and toss it in the direction of the cat, which will quickly scare it off. There's only one video on all of YouTube where a guy does exactly that.
I remember the video,
which
yeah.
means it works 100% of the time. Number 7, alligators. There are an average 10 to 15
Shit,
alligator
run.
attacks per year, with around 2 of
That's
them
all you gotta do is
being
run,
fatal.
or you
Most
just
of
you
them
gotta
occur
try
in
to
Florida.
wrap your
Now,
arm
I
around
wanna
these
make sure that
they
you guys
snout
can
so they
enjoy
not open it.
Florida's amazing
But
weather
that means you gotta
the
be some type of
entire 2
Chad.
months of it. Rule number 1,
Yeah, my
never
name
enter the
Darius.
water in states that have alligators, as a fight there is
Ah!
a guaranteed loss. With that out of the way, let's begin. An alligator has decided to gamble its life by entering into a street fight with you. This matchup shouldn't
It'll
be a
be-
problem, as you will have many options from the
Nigga gamble
start.
his
You
life.
can taunt the takedown, baiting the alligator's charge attack, which is easily
Oh, you
countered
must not
by
know what
sprinting in
you
a
done
straight line,
started.
quickly
Me and my
depleting
homies,
the
God.
alligator's stamina bar.
We gonna
Of
step on shit
course, you can further
regardless.
slow it down by spamming calf kicks,
Mhm,
reducing its
mhm.
mobility further. Another option is simply running around it in a circle, taking advantage of its terrible turning radius. At this point, it's only a matter of time before the alligator admits defeat and leaving you with an easy W. Number 6, bears. Over 40 people are attacked by bears every single year. But today, it all stops. Grizzly bears and polar
Talk to
bears
me.
have obviously spec'd into the tank build, so they're going to require as much knowledge as possible to defeat. I will cover both fighting strategies, so by the end of this section, you will be
It's nothing you can do
completely
against a
comfortable
damn
around
polar
both of
bear.
them.
It's
Let's
nothing you can
start
do
with the
against a
easier of
grizzly.
the two, the
Over
grizzly
with.
bear. A grizzly bear typically enters a fight when it's threatened, has cubs, or is caught by surprise. That's why I highly recommend you carry a Bluetooth speaker and play it at maximum volume anytime you're in a public park, which would be greatly appreciated by other visitors. Now, if by some reason a bear is crazy enough to pick a fight with you, don't worry. You'll be prepared for just that. First, you'll need to warm up by curling up into the fetal position and playing dead. Now, make sure to hold this power stance, even if the bear begins to chain together attacks. And with a little bit of luck and a lot of heart, the bear should eventually back off, seeing that you're a tank build as well. Now, fighting a polar bear is basically the complete
Basically,
opposite
you
of what
fought.
just learned.
Cause that nigga is gonna
Grizzly
stand
bear,
on you
polar bear
just
will
to
attempt
see.
eat you if it's slightly hungry. He'll basically take a look at you and think to himself, yeah, I could eat. Which has happened
No
around
cap,
75
niggas hungry as
times
hell.
since the 1870s. Luckily, if you're in a pinch, playing dead against a polar bear will end the fight very quickly, in about 3 bites or so. If a polar bear locks onto you, you must try your best to look intimidating, doing all the usual tactics. And if you're attacked, you must fight back with everything you have, targeting its eyes and nose.
It's
Now,
literally
you're
nothing
probably
you can do
thinking
against a
physical
polar bear
attacks
or
won't
grizzly
do
bear.
much to a polar
Don't let
bear.
them fool you.
Wrong. And to prove that, there's even a famous saying: if it's black, fight back. If it's brown,
Damn.
lay down. And if it's white, good night. So obviously, physical attacks work. Number 5, wolf. With around 500
Oh, this
wolf
easy.
attacks around the
Wolf
world
easy.
since 2002, this is a matchup you need to get
Wolf
familiar
easy.
with.
Now if it's a
I'm
dire
gonna say
wolf,
it now. I
huh?
don't wanna
But if
read
it's a
my
regular wolf,
comments that
it's
you
like
were
fighting a regular.
attacked
It's
by
like fighting a
wolf
dog.
after this video drops. All right, let's begin. First things first.
Put the nigga in
let me
chokehold,
cover
break
what
his
you
back.
should never do. Don't run. You're not fast nor agile enough. And never bring your dog to wolf country, as they're known to provoke an attack. So quickly take them out. With that out of the way, let the
You kill your
fight
own
begin.
dog.
You must stand your ground and keep eye contact at all times. Do all of the usual things to appear as large and intimidating as possible.
Nah, it's a
This should
dog,
make
bro.
the
He
wolf
don't
think
care.
twice before attacking
Dogs
you
are
head-on. If the
assholes.
animal does charge, it will more than likely latch itself onto your arm, which sadly means he fell right into your trap. As you let elbows rain down on its eyes, snout, and head, the wolf will have no option but to retreat. If the 12 to 6 elbows are not having an effect, begin gouging its eyes. And if that doesn't work either, you will have to resort to dirty and cheap tactics. Blowing on his face. Number 4, sharks. These 3 sharks have been responsible for thousands of attacks on humans, averaging around 70 per year. But we can all agree,
Tiger
it
shark,
stops
great white
today.
shark, bull
Now, you
shark.
would think since this fight takes place in the ocean that this would present some issues. Wrong. With the correct knowledge, a shark doesn't stand a chance. After all, the ocean was our first home. You
That's
are
human
enjoying a
back
beautiful
then?
day at the beach, snorkeling at a reef.
Told you
when
Chewbacca sound you a
suddenly,
damn fish and always
wall
been
closes
one.
behind you. First, you must remain calm and slowly work your way towards the shore or boat as you maintain eye contact with the shark. This is because sharks specialize in the surprise attack. Usually, awkward eye contact is enough to stop an attack. But in rare instances, the shark might be determined enough to approach. If he does, gently push his snout away from you. But if for some reason it gets aggressive and turns back around, this is when you'll introduce him to your legs and fists, striking its snout, eyes, and gills. Now that you're loose out there, it's time to go for the finish. Simply flip the shark upside down, initiating the tonic immobility move, a KO that will leave the shark in a state of paralysis.
Turn it upside down in the water?
Of course, if the shark is
He's gonna turn you upside down, nigga.
so that fight will just end the way
Yeah,
it typically
right.
does. With the shark getting a mouthful of preservatives, GMOs, and food dyes, and leaving in pure disgust. Number 3, tigers. Finally, a fair
Nothing you can
matchup.
do.
There are around 100 fatalities
Nothing you can
each
do.
year from tigers alone, mainly in India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Indonesia. So for those of
Nothing
you
you
who
can
plan
do.
on visiting,
Over
pay
with.
attention. But for the majority,
Overly
of you,
cooked.
Go ahead and skip to the next section. You are now in a fight with the tiger. Let's first cover what not to do. Don't.
What's for me number 1? Lion
lay down
or gorilla?
lay dead.
Probably gorilla.
This is basically handing the tiger a win, and that's not what we're about on this channel. Next,
Overly
never approach
cooked.
a tiger if it has cubs, since you will surely be outnumbered. And last but not least, never urinate on yourself. I'm not kidding. Urinating is seen as a form of aggression. With that out of the way, let's talk about what you need to do to win.
Dunzo,
You must stay
Rapunzel.
calm. Back away slowly to give yourself some space. Make yourself seem as large and intimidating as possible. If the tiger still decides that you're a pipsqueak, this would be the time to show him what you're made of. Like always, you offer your weak arm and begin to attack the eyes, ears, and
It's not
nose
gonna
using
work.
rocks,
He's
sticks,
not even
and
gonna give you the
fists. Once
chance.
you get sick of being
Fucking
dragged
tiger, bro.
around, you can use your free arm
Nigga
to
gonna
stick
bite
to
so
the
hard it's gonna
nose,
take your
giving
arm
you
off in
gag
one
reflex
fucking
and
bite.
releasing you. I didn't make
Huh?
that up. This was good. The final is, climb the nearest tree. Tigers are terrible climbers and will more than likely leave the match instead of doing
No, they
any
won't.
real work.
You ain't see that movie?
Number 2,
But I seen the movie.
with hundreds of
I seen a movie recently where a woman. I guess I didn't see the whole movie. I just seen that part. I don't know what was going on. I guess she was in her house and a tiger was in there, and she was up. She was high up on the roof. I think she was like on the roof, and the tiger was just walking back and forth. Nigga was going nowhere, and then he like, guess I get up back here and look for somewhere else. The fucking sweat dropped. The tiger was like. They like, I found you. Go ahead and get your sex ass down here and get 8.
per year. This
No
matchup
cap.
isn't one you can sleep on. Let's begin with what not to do. You must never run, crouch, lay on the floor, play dead, or climb any trees, as that will make you an easy target. First, you must begin with the mental
You gotta go
warfare.
all in, like,
Make yourself
come
look as large and
on!
scary as possible. If this doesn't work, the lion will
Jay,
more than
killed.
likely use its charge attack, stopping a few feet
Nah,
away
he gonna
from
roar
you
first
so that
and
you
mobilize
can-
your ass with
Obviously,
intimidate
a
ability.
pathetic attack like this doesn't have much of an effect. But if the lion is crazy enough to commit to an attack, it will attempt to go for your neck. So keep your hands up and be ready to sleep him. Now, if the straight right down the pipe doesn't connect, the lion will probably latch itself onto your arm, chest, or leg. From here, it's time to make him pay. Chain together elbows, fists, uppercuts, rocks, and stick attacks to his
Hell
eyes,
nah.
ears, and muzzle. Remember,
Nothing
many
you can
humans
do.
have made lions quit by using rocks, and you have something much stronger than rocks: heart. And with a little bit of spit and elbow grease, you should squeak your way to a W. Number 1, crocodiles. Does it get any more pathetic than these guys? Camping the water's edge,
Crocodiles are
shawty
most
humans for
apex
thousands
of all these
years
predators?
is starting to get old. This might come as a surprise, but crocodiles attack humans more than any other apex predator on Earth. With as many as 1,000 fatal attacks per year, this is a match.
Because humans are stupid. Act like they don't know better.
Some of these crocodiles currently have a 63% win rate, so I think it's about time we lower it. Right, let's begin with what not to do. As tempting as it may be, never get in crocodile-infested waters, or even approach the water's edge, as that is where the majority of losses occur. Saltwater and Nile crocodiles are the two species that view humans.
I heard about now,
so it's
for
your
sure.
job to change their mind.
I heard about saltwater too, but
Saltwater
the now
crocodiles
ones, I
just
heard them
like
niggas
to
be
you.
getting
First,
big as fuck.
Keep your distance, as the croc will more than likely spam its charge attack, which is easily countered by sprinting in a straight line. This is because the attack maxes out at 20 to 30 meters before it drains its entire stamina bar. While it struggles to recover, you will toss your shirt over its eyes, which puts the crocodile in a relaxed trance-like state. This is when you'll want to quickly circle behind it and rip some body shots. Of course,
He meant to say
these will
back
have no
shots.
effect, but are crucial in tenderizing the meat if you plan on eating him. And once the crocodile recovers, just rinse and repeat. You will know the fight is over when the croc no longer moves, due to the buildup of lactic acid in its legs and blood. The lack of movement could also indicate that the croc has simply died. I'm not kidding.
Damn.
Apparently, if crocodiles overexert themselves, they just die. Which is one of the most pathetic moves I've ever heard of, taking it so far as to not admit defeat.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna have to put none of that to use because I don't plan on being in those situations. But who plans on being in situations? You know what I'm saying? So, I guess now I know. If I do get in a situation, I'll be straight. Except when it comes to Jaguars, it's over with.